All right, welcome to the Aston Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Wednesday, April 16, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to be going out of order tonight. We're moving on to new business item A. Consider a motion to hire a part-time police officer. Commissioner Berry.
Thank you, Commissioner Doherty. I'd like to make a motion to consider a motion to hire part-time police officer Robert Simpson. Appointment of part-time police officer. I would like to make a motion that this board appoints Robert Simpson of Aston to the position of part-time police officer at the hourly rate of $28.65. Effective date for police officer Simpson will be May 1st, 2025, and that's in the form of a motion.
Second.
Maybe motion in a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. Rob, congratulations. I would now like to invite up the Honorable Judge Diane Hellfelder to administer his oath.
That's right.
The board and the chief, especially for allowing me to come back. Very kind, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, now on to agenda item 3, Officer of the Year, Commissioner Prendergast.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Doherty. Township of Aston, Delaware County, Pennsylvania proclamation. Whereas the Aston Township Board of Commissioners desires to acknowledge and honor Officer Howard McGuire of Marquette, who was named Officer of the Year by his fellow officers and will be honored by the Aston Township Lions Club on June 5th, 2025. And whereas Howard received this nomination from his fellow officers for the many contributions and sacrifices he has made on a daily basis to better aid the Aston Police Department and serve the community. No matter the problem, big or small, you can always count on Howard to be there to lend a helping hand, as he has a strong sense of serving the Aston Township community. And whereas Howard's strong ethical and moral principles, along with his exemplary job performance, are just many of the reasons why he was chosen for this honor and why he is respected among his peers. As you can clearly see, Howard is a shining example of what a police officer should be in today's society, and why he's truly an asset to the Aston Township Police Department and to the residents of Aston Township. And now, therefore, be proclaimed that the Board of Commissioners recognize Officer Howard Marquette, 2024 Officer of the Year, duly proclaimed 16th day of April 2025. Oh, okay. You would say. Ready? Good.
I'll give everyone a chance to leave.
See you, bud.
All right, move on. Agenda item 4. Make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of February 19, 2025. A second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item 5 will be tabled tonight. We move on to number 6, committee reports. Commissioner Tinsley.
Thank you, Commissioner Barkley. For me, I'll be reading the permits and license report. This is a report for March 2025 for permits and license. Starting the month of March with $242,835. The income from building permits and general contractors was $21,763,000. The total revenue collected for the month of March was $42,712. That has a total for 2025, $285,547. Comparable to March of 2024, which was $256,170.98. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Tinsley. Commissioner Berry.
Thank you, Commissioner Dockery. This is the police report. The incidents occurred in March of 2025. Incidents handled was 514. Accident investigations 28. Criminal investigations 25. Clearance rate for Part 1 crimes was 71%. Clearance rate for Part 2 was 72%. And now the license plate readers. Panel and Concord Road, 1.1 million plus, 780,000 for Dutton Mill and Panel. 789,000 Concord Dutton Mill, 650,000 Concord Aston Mills, and Concord Road Bridgewater at 565,000 plus, and then Panel and Glendale, 491,000 plus. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Berry. Commissioner Prendergast.
Thank you, Commissioner Doherty. I'm going to read the report for the road foreman's activity report, March 2025. With the start of March, nature awakens from its winter sleep. Public Works crew is hard at work to beautify Aston Township. Public Works crew is spring cleaning all 12 of the parks in town. Clean consists of trash, branch pickup, the leftover fall leaves were blown in mulch. The crew started to lay playground mulch at the following parks: Weir, Bridgewater, Panel, Manor, Fish, and Valley Brook Chase. Parks team also started placing mulch in various flower gardens and islands around town. The maintenance team serviced all grass cutting equipment, which includes 5 zero-turn mowers, 9 weed eaters, and 4 backpack blowers. They also serviced the 10 trucks that were used during winter events. The highway crew installed the flagpole at the reserve. Department planted 25 trees, bushes along the Marcus Oak Creek and Weir Park. Plants are for Delaware County Conservation, and the purpose is bank stabilization. Our sanitation department picks up 69 tons of recycling and 468 tons of residential waste. The following roads are state-owned and maintained: Panel Road, Concord Road, Knowlton Road, Bridgewater Road, Dutton Mill Road, Aston Mills Burning Highway, Bodley Road, and Lenai Road. If you have any maintenance or safety issues on any of these roads, please contact PennDOT at 610-566-0972. The next metal appliance week is May 5th to May 9th. Please have your trash at the curb by 6 a.m. on your designated trash day. Any questions or complaints, please contact Bill Stowersey, road foreman at 610-494-8005. Thank you. That's my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Prendergast. I'll read the treasurer's report. So the operating cash in the general fund as of March 31st, 2025, $2,423,164. Other funds include the TD Bank escrow checking account with a balance of $659,726. The 2022 Pliget account with a balance of $7,090,631. the TD Bank 2022 bond account with a balance of $975,581. The TD Bank capital checking account with a balance of $6,203,969. Total cash balance for the township as of March 31st, 2025, $17,411,787. And next, Commissioner Bowden.
First, I would remind everybody that we postponed the Easter egg hunt and the bunny brunch from last Saturday to this Saturday. It will be 10 o'clock at the Aston Community Center. To bring the baskets, come on up and enjoy some fun with the kids, getting Easter eggs and some hot dogs and just some good times. The senior citizens of Aston are going to be meeting on Thursday, April the 24th at the Aston Community Center, 10:15. Those of you interested, please stop up and join the meeting. They're going to talk about the Aston Historical Society as a speaker. And I have a report from the library with many things going on up there. So this Thursday, they're going to have a discussion on Medicare 101. It starts at 12:30 at the library. And this is a workshop to help you understand the process of Medicare. They have a history of Motown on Thursday, April 17th as well at 6:00 p.m. Join a local performer, John Turk, for an evening of history and all your Motown favorites. They have a cookbook club Monday, April 28th. The theme this month is Spring and Easter. To register, email Amy at astonlibrary.org with the dish you'd like to bring. And that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Commissioner Bowden. Commissioner McGinn.
Thank you, Commissioner Doherty. Two reports tonight. The first is on the new building. As everybody can see, the Tri-Town Concord Road progress continues. Key thing now is finishing all of the, basically sealing the building out, right? Finishing all the walls, everything like that, so that the internal, wiring, drywall, all that stuff can proceed. So that's kind of the stage of the project we're at now. On the fire and EMS side, update. I'll give a little update in terms of some things we have on the agenda where we're at with ALS coverage in the township. But first, kind of pointing to the importance of ambulance coverage. Latest report from the fire department, we had in March alone 284 EMS calls in March alone. Year to date, we're almost at 900, and that's through one quarter. So if you look at that versus previous years, just to say, well, what does that mean? It's way up. So that continues to be a challenge in terms of doing that. And kudos to our fire department and our presidents here tonight. But kudos to you guys for continued service and support there, doing all you do for Aston, and frankly for some of the neighboring municipalities as well. In terms of the two items we have tonight, we still have the state of emergency, that was declared last month. That still continues. That helps us in terms of identifying costs, and hopefully there's some dollars and support that can pull some of those back to the township in terms of those expenses. We did approve kind of pursuing a contract with Keystone. Keystone, after that point, indicated they weren't interested in providing municipal coverage anymore. So we had to pivot. We have other providers that are interested in pursuing that, and so we'll have a motion tonight that will allow us to proceed there, to have that. The other thing that we're going to have tonight is as a resolution, an intent to form a municipal authority. That gives us an opportunity in terms of looking at this and taking that kind of support and coverage in-house, whether it be in Aston or in a larger authority that would be involve multiple municipalities. So again, the Board of Commissioners continues to be proactive, realizing the importance of that, and going to continue to do that and try to be a leader in Delaware County in terms of staying ahead of the curve on things. In terms of the fate of Crozier and Prospect, we kind of get pretty much what everybody does. You read it in the newspaper, you follow the hearings. We'll continue to do that and try to be as responsive as we can. So that's the update. If there's questions in terms of public comment, I'm sure we'll try to address them as best we can. But with that, I'll turn it back over to Commissioner Doherty.
Thank you, Commissioner McGinn. Move on to item number 7, approval of the treasurer's report. I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes. Item number 8, approval of the bills and payroll report. I make a motion to approve the bills and payroll report.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes. Next, public comment section. Open to the public agenda items only, so we'll allow up to 30 minutes, 3 minutes per speaker. This is again, agenda items only.
Nicholas Penza, 30 Morgan Road. My first comment is just on, well, to all the committee, particularly on the municipal authority, which we intend to establish. I'm just begging you, I'm asking you, please get in partnership with several other townships. I know there has been talk that several unnamed townships are interested, but I'm asking that we do try everything in our power to get in a partnership so it's not just us running this municipal authority. Because let me tell you, the people of this township, they cannot take another tax hike. Because I've been talking to people, I've been talking to my parents, my aunt, other people that have been here in residence longer than my family, that this town used to be a really affordable town, but it is getting just too damn high with the taxes and the rents around here. So I'm asking you, please, as our officials, to please think about the cost of running this municipal authority. I know we're going to need it, what with Crozier most likely shutting down. But we have to think of the cost it's going to be put on the people if we're just going to be the only ones running it and not in a partnership where the cost would be split amongst the townships. That's my word on that. My other thing is just a question about the uptick in fire incidences and conflagrations, given the fire department report from Commissioner Ginn. Do we have any clue of why it's been on a rise?
What I was referring to were ambulance response. So that wasn't fire engine response, that was the ambulance leaving. So it's an increase, and one of the reasons for that is, other providers have had issues in terms of staffing and support. So,
I
yeah, and it's at least partly related to everything going on with Crozier.
Okay, I thought you meant conflagrations and fires.
No.
Okay, thank you, and that is all.
Thanks, Nick. Anyone else? All right, seeing none. Move on to item 10. Commissioner Prendergast.
Consider a motion to place meeting in Sunday.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Mr. Patrick.
Thank you, Commissioner Doherty. Tonight's night advertised for a public hearing on the township's intent to form a municipal authority. I'm going to sort of reiterate some of the things Commissioner McGinn said, since we have a transcript for our public hearing. And that's that there's an intent to form a municipal authority as a potential vehicle to provide EMS in Aston Township and also potentially in other municipalities within the county. This was advertised on March 17th, 30 days ago, in accordance with the Municipalities Authorities Act. Procedurally, if the Board of Commissioners adopts a resolution on their agenda expressing their intent to form this authority, we would be required to run another advertisement and then file the articles of incorporation for the municipal authority no fewer than 72 days after that advertisement. with the Corporations Bureau. So I think it's been adequately described. I think everybody knows the situation we're in with EMS, and that this really is a potential vehicle. It's not necessarily the route that the township will end up pursuing, but it gives some flexibility to the township when it comes to the provision of EMS. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I think you can accept any public comments.
All right, thank you, Mr. Manager. Anyone from the public like to speak? Anything you want to say?
I'm going to correct myself and call you Mr. President. I was saying in a second-class township in my head. Sorry about that.
Hi, Kathy Papp, 2931 Concord Road, Aston. So just one quick question now, too. Again, you guys are fantastic with going out for grants and stuff. So with this municipality forming, does that allow and open up more grants that we could get? Again, hopefully others will jump on board too, but just trust but verify, confirm.
Does it open up more? It may. I think that there are some grants that are open to authorities, or some financing that's open to authorities that might not be available to municipalities. But the authority would have the ability to pursue its own grants. So there would be grant programs that the township might apply for, and a second township application might become duplicative. So the authority would be its own entity applying for those grants. So the funding opportunities might be a little broader under that scenario, but I'm not sure how much, to be honest with you.
I was thinking that, but again, wanted to check and see. Thanks.
Anyone else? Okay, I'll start with Commissioner McGinn. Any questions, any comments? No. You've done enough already. Commissioner Bowden? I have no comments. Commissioner Berry?
Now,
Commissioner Tinsley? No comment. Mr. Manager, I think that's all we have.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think you can accept the motion to close the hearing and get us out of sign done.
Okay, thank you. All right, item number 11 takes that Sindai. Commissioner Pendergast.
Consider a motion to take the meeting out of Sunday. Formal motion.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. So we move on to 12, old business. Consider a resolution expressing the township's intent to organize a municipal authority. Commissioner McGinn.
Thank you, Commissioner Dockery. I make a motion to approve Aston Township, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, resolution number 2025-67. This resolution is the township's expression of the intent to organize a municipal authority.
So we have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion passes. All right, moving on to 13, new business. So we've already done item A. Moving on to item B. So consider a resolution authorizing the submission of a small water and sewer grant. Commissioner Tinsley.
Thanks, Commissioner Dockery. This is Aston Township, Delaware County, PA, resolution number 2025-68. Be it resolved that the Township of Aston, Delaware County hereby requests a PA small water and sewer grant of $316,997 from the Commonwealth Finance Authority to be used for Township Basin rehab. Be it further resolved that the applicant does hereby designate Michael J. Higgins, President of the Board of Commissioners, and William J. DeFeo, Township Manager, as the officials to execute all documents and agreement between the Township of Aston and the Commonwealth Financing Authority to facilitate and assist in obtaining the requested grant. It will read, I, Kelly Pittman, duly qualified Secretary of the Township of Aston, Delaware County, PA, hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and correct copy of a resolution duly adopted by a majority vote of the Board of Commissioners at a regular meeting held on April 16, 2025, and said resolution has been recorded in the minutes of the Township and remains in effect as of this date. In witness, I have fixed my hand and attached the seal, and it has the Township of the applicant, is Aston Township, Delaware County, as well as obviously Kelly Pittman, the Secretary. This is a form of a motion.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item C, consider a resolution approving intergovernmental agreement for school bus cameras. Commissioner Prendergast.
Thank you, Commissioner Dougherty. Whereas Penn School District has a contract with Bus Patrol America LLC to provide a stop alarm signal enforcing systems on each bus. Now, whereas pursuant to 75 PS 3345, enforcement of such signal enforcement systems can only occur through an intergovernmental agreement with the primary police department and jurisdiction of enforcement. Whereas the board deems the protection of students boarding and exiting school buses to be a paramount concern. Now therefore be resolved that the improvement agreement with the Penn School District attached here to as Exhibit A is hereby approved, and the Chief of Police is hereby authorized to execute the same. On the 16th day of April 2025, Aston Township Board of Commissioners. The form of a motion.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item D, consider a resolution to approve the waiver request from section 1043. Commissioner McGinn.
Thank you, Commissioner Dougherty. Before I make this motion, I'd like to have our engineer, Joe Scuso, give an overview of what this is.
Sure. This is a two-lot subdivision on Wellington Road, and the two new houses will both have infiltration beds in the rear yards as required by our stormwater ordinance. However, because that area is a very low area and wet area, they're unable to meet the requirements of both the water quality and the volume requirements of our ordinance. So they'll be building the beds, they'll install the beds, they'll build the beds as you would typically build an infiltration bed. If the stormwater builds up in the bed and doesn't infiltrate, there's a positive connection to a stormwater inlet in the front of the properties. So that's the reason for the waiver.
Thank you, Joe. So with that explanation, I make a motion to approve proposed resolution number 2025-70 for waivers at 109 Wellington Road as described by our engineer.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. E, consider a motion to approve the township solicitor to advertise amendment. Commissioner Berry.
Consider a motion to approve the township solicitor to advertise an amendment to the township recycling ordinance. I make a motion to approve the township solicitor to advertise an amendment to the township's recycling ordinance. That's in a form of a motion.
Second. We have a motion and a second.
Vice President, can I put a little color on that, just so nobody has any questions, because it's really a simple amendment. Our DEP grant requires us to provide recycling at community events, which we do, but we don't have that spelled out in our ordinance. So this is just an amendment that would add a definition of community events and then add community events to the section that requires recycling.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. So again, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. F, consider a motion to accept the proposal from Whitman, Smith and Brown. Commissioner McGinn, can you do this?
Yeah, sure. My microphone on
I make a motion to approve the proposal from Witham Smith and Brown, PC, to provide services completing the 2024 Aston Township audit, not to exceed $28,500.
Second. Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it, the motion passes. Item G, consider a motion to approve an agreement to a company yet to be selected. Commissioner McGinn.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve an agreement to a company yet to be selected to provide paramedic, aka Advanced Life Support or ALS services, subject to the solicitor's approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, the motion passes. On to H, consider a motion to authorize the acquisition of EMS equipment. Commissioner Bowden.
I make a motion to approve the acquisition of EMS equipment on terms subject to the approval of the fire committee's chair.
Second.
We have a motion to second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item I, consider a motion to approve the resignation of Thomas Fuchs. Commissioner Bowden.
I make a motion to approve the resignation of Tom Fuchs from the Aston Township Planning Commission.
Second.
We have a motion to second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item J, consider a motion to approve the appointment of Andy Brzezicki. Commissioner Bowden.
And with that, I make a motion to approve the appointment of Andy Brzezicki to fulfill the unexpired term of Tom Fuchs on the Aston Township Planning Commission.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item K, consider a motion to approve a tax refund. Commissioner Berry.
I make a motion to approve the tax refund of Michael Mulholland for John Porter of Glen Mills, PA, in the amount of $1,145.23 due to an overpayment. That's a form of a motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item L, consider a motion to approve the tax refund to Andrew Jenkins. Commissioner Berry.
I make a motion to approve the tax refund to Andrew Jenkins of Aston, PA, in the amount of $639.09 due to an overpayment. That's in the form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Item N, consider a motion to approve the tax refund to the estate of Maureen Becker. Commissioner Berry.
I make a motion to approve the tax refund to the estate of Maureen P. Becker, care of Ethel Sparks, Levy, Auerbach, Monte, Sloan, Matthews, and all Slenders of Media, PA, in the amount of $102.23 due to a check for 2024 taxes being applied due to 2025 taxes. The refund is for the difference. That's in the form of a motion.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes. All right, so moving on, escrow release. Commissioner McGinn.
Yes, thanks. We have three tonight. First one I'll do is proposed resolution 2025-71. I make a motion to approve an escrow release for the 4513 Pennell Road Associates LLC. They've requested a reduction in their letter of credit for completion of the Chase Bank project. The release will be for a sum of $12,766.
So we have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Second one is for engineering fees, so I make a motion for the amount of $1,509.50 to be paid for engineering fees to Benoni and Associates for the month of April 2025.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Thanks, and lastly, I make a motion for the approval of $2,263.61 for engineering fees to be paid to Cirilli Associates for the month of April 2025.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. That's it?
That's it.
Okay, good. On to public comments. Open to the public, 1/2 hour. So, doesn't have to be an agenda item. Anything you want to talk about? 30 minutes, 3 minutes per person. Anyone want to say something?
This is
Close to the public.
I don't know if this is the correct time to speak, but it's for a new topic.
You put your name and address, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, John Stenitis, 4013 Park Lane. I wanted to close the deed at Park and Gamble due to possible, recent theft in the past years. due to increased traffic through my neighborhood in Bridgewater Farms, due to increased riprap with the ATVs and people parking there. Also, the Lions Club members are feeling uncomfortable in the parking lot later at nights when there's unknown subjects in the parking lot there. Second point I'd like to bring up is the public works is dumping their stuff in the parking lot of the Lions Club. I see this as being a fire hazard, and I think we can use these mulch, like wood chips and leaf debris, and we can recycle them. And like other townships I know offer free mulch like wood chips, where we can put it out so the taxpayers can come and get it and use it in their gardens. And then the leaf compost could break down and put it in gardens as well. But I just feel like this might be a fire hazard, because when mulch piles up, it's gonna combust.
So I can address the second issue. John, I'm not familiar with what's going on there. I don't believe that our public works department is dumping anything, but I will find out tomorrow and I will get back to you.
I have pictures if you like to see.
I just need to talk to my public works people.
Okay.
There's no reason for them to be dumping anything back there.
Yeah, it's getting very large.
I'll find out and let you know what's going on for that issue.
On the first question, I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. D'Souza on the road closure.
But, I mean, there's two ways into the public works facility, Tanya Way and Gamble Lane, and also the pump station is back there, that Delcora maintains, and the Lions Club. So, would have to be looked at, I guess, as to what the impact might be to close them.
I think you mentioned unsavory characters, so maybe more police presence, maybe police drive back more often perhaps. That might help things.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, having police go back there more often, that would help.
I had him go back there recently, and
John, I could even address. So, John, you sent me an email recently. We talked about it last year.
Yeah.
Me and our township manager, Bill, we talked about it last year as well. We had to look at it again. I know the police are back there. I actually was with them 11 o'clock the other night back there, because they are also doing it because the Chester Water is storing their stuff as they're rebuilding a lot of the roads back there through the springs, by the parks. But I know that you met with a couple of the officers even more recently related to the ATVs. When I know they have been, I know for a fact, maybe the chief could say, or at least know, there has been more of a presence in there. Quite frankly, not even because of the complaints, but also because there is a lot of that material, a lot of the pipes being back there. But as far as we can look into it again. I know me and Bill, we talked about it, and then with Joe, and we can sit with you, but I know, Bill, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add from the first one, because you did, it was almost when I first came on last year, John. We talked about it. So, and I know we looked into it, and we talked about the keys, but like Joe was saying, as far as for the ins and the outs, the public works, I know uses that during the day, especially if we're doing Fridays is your trash day.
yeah, the public works actually they're doing a great job. I part my kiss with you, Bill, and you Kevin, and even Barlow and the foreman over there. And then they come on Fridays, which I can't complain about. That's why I haven't really cared about the topic, but it's a problem for me because I live on the corner. I'm the one that's kind of affected the most. But we notice larger commercial trucks from KB's, Golden, or Delcora going through there. So I mean, at the bare minimum, we can have them use the other entrance. It's like, I mean, I get up and go to work around 6:30, and they're driving by with their commercial trucks, and even the employees for the public works are coming around the corner. So it's noticeable on my end, but if I was to get more people to like talk about this topic or create like a petition, could that come up?
You want us to, maybe we could ask how to sit down at first to see what the next steps is, so we know we're addressing it. Because I remember you even said, I couldn't tell you what month last year, but I know you probably recall too, you sent me at least a couple of the ring cameras of cars.
Yeah. And like I said, the public works said that they've done a great job, but it's just other stuff. My camera's not really facing the road anymore because it just picked up so much, but it's a residential neighborhood. I just propose that we keep it that way, keep it quiet. It's a quiet neighborhood. I grew up on Burning Highway, so I was used to the traffic, but it's actually quiet back there. So if we could just keep the commercial and the work traffic on the other entrance, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments.
We'll look into it, and I will get back to you on that issue also. So I'll talk to you, Joe, maybe have some ideas, maybe some sign or something like that, send no outlet or a commercial vehicle. I'm not sure what we're allowed to do, what we're not allowed to do,
I'll
so.
talk to Bill Sarsi tomorrow, with the dumping over there.
Okay.
Like you said, they should be dumping anyway. So, good with that.
I think the good news is that we can, just thinking it through, I mean, the two main users are Dakota and our own staff, right? And I think that we can at least tell them that all trucks to go up and tack away. I mean, that's a pretty easy fix, right?
Right, that's easy. Okay.
Thanks for your comments. Anybody else? Any other comments? Good, excellent. All right, seeing none, move on. Other business, Commissioner Tinsley.
All right, just a couple. First, I like Officer, I like Howard Marquette. Every time when I do my neighborhood watch at night, he always stops and comes over. So when I was talking to him the other night, I'm glad he had some. He wasn't sure his daughter or could make it. So I just want to congratulate Howard Marquette for the Officer of the Year. Also want to welcome back Rob Simpson. He's a fellow 6th Ward resident, so I just want to congratulate him for coming back. And then Commissioner McGann talked about it a little bit, or a lot of the agenda items. So I want to thank my fellow committee members. I know we keep talking about it as far as for whether it's Mr. Madron, Mr. Burden, Mr. DeFeo, Ms. Pippin, and then our head of the committee, Mr. McGann, or Commissioner McGann, for all they've done and for on. I know we're not done yet. I mean, we're going to hear a lot more with Berger. We're going to probably understand the daily times almost every day. So we even started having recurring meetings for this. But also, too, I know there's others within the fire, and Sean has been great. We've always been able to get a call. So I'm just calling them all out. I know it's more than. Additionally, I was on the fire committee for once a quarter meeting, and we've had a lot. There's been a lot going on recently. So I just want to at least acknowledge that. And then last but not least, I need to want to thank Mr. Joe Hart for coming in. That's it.
Commissioner Berry?
Commissioner?
I'd also like to welcome back Rob Simpson, the part-time officer, and congratulations to Howard Marquette, who's Officer of the Year, and everyone have a happy Easter. Thank you.
Mr. Berry, yes.
Yeah, I also, just want the rest of my fellow commissioners, congratulating Robert Simpson for coming back, and Howard Marquette for being Officer of the Year, and again, happy Easter.
Commissioner Bowden?
Welcome back to Rob Simpson. Congratulations to Howard Marquette. Our President, Mike, I know you're listening to us, Mike, and you're probably wishing that you were here, and we're all wishing that you're feeling better from all of the board. We hope that you're on a rapid recovery shortly. Thank you to Joe McGinn for chairing up this very tedious fire committee situation that has taken over some of our lives. And happy Easter to all. The kids are on spring break. Please be careful, watch them. They're out on bicycles, they're out on scooters, they're not paying attention. We had an incident today here in our township, and thank goodness everybody's okay. But please be careful driving in Aston with the kids off for spring break. Have a great Easter.
Commissioner McGinn?
Yeah, I'll start with, Nancy says this because she was the former chair of the fire committee. She's like, hey, I think, when I was a new guy, she's like, I think Commissioner McGinn should chair a committee. How about fire? I mean, all this stuff happens. So she must have had some insider info. Now, in all seriousness, appreciate everybody's work, both up here kind of around the rostrum, and folks like Sean and others in the department that have spent a lot of time on this. Special thanks in particular to Kenny Dawson, who's been a real leader and advocate for this in the township. Congratulations, Howard. Rob Simpson, welcome back. Happy Easter, everybody, and thank you to Nancy and the folks on Parks and Rec that do all the legwork for the Easter egg hunt coming up. So that's it. Mr. DeFeo, anything?
We're good, thank you.
Stephanie?
Mirror what everybody else said. Happy Easter, Kev. I just love when you want to read it. I appreciate it.
Mr. D'Souza, anything?
Just have a great Easter holiday.
Mr. Magnin?
Yeah, happy Easter, and I just wanted to say publicly to Mr. D'Souza that I took it personally when Officer Simpson decided not to shake his hand. But I'm sure it really wasn't personal.
All right, thank you. So I have a few things. First, again, I want to thank the fire committee for all the great work they've done recently during this closure crisis. I'm going to wish our board president, Mike Higgins, a speedy recovery. You can tell he's not here tonight. I want to thank Judge Diane Helflutter for coming in tonight to do the swearing in. I want to congratulate Officer Leader Howard Marquette. I want to welcome back Officer Rob Simpson. He's now a rookie. We can haze him as needed. One thing I want to announce is last year the Aston Township Police Department partnered up with Newman University to start what we call the Cyber Centers. The real name is the Knight Center of Newman Investigational Technology Excellence Center. They are having an open house on Saturday, May 17th from 9 to 12. So I encourage everyone to go. I know the township and the police department will be putting stuff on the Facebook page, but please stop by, see all the neat equipment we have and all the neat ways that the police investigate crimes in this town. And to wrap things up, happy Easter, everyone. And yes, Saturday the 17th. Okay. And with that, I need a motion to adjourn. All right.